Derrick Henry coming to Philadelphia? Didn't I do a video about a month ago about the same thing? What's going on, folks? This is Coach Marcus, Pro Fan Talk. I did do a video about this about a month ago. All of the information was coming out. The rumors were popping up all over the place about him coming to Philadelphia. We didn't know what we were going to have as far as offensive coordinator. Brian Johnson had just been confirmed. We still don't know what his scheme is like, and nothing has really changed. They signed Jalen Hurts. They got that issue done. His contract is done. So now we kind of know what we're working with. And my thing is, if we are going to sign Derrick Henry, why didn't we re-sign Miles Sanders? Miles Sanders would have cost less money. Miles Sanders is 3 years younger than Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is 29 years old. Pause. If you are enjoying this content and these conversations, please click that subscribe button. Click on that bell so you don't miss a thing. Back to the play. With a lot of mileage. Still one of the best in the league, though. Don't get it twisted. But Miles Sanders signed a 4-year, $25 million deal, $25.4 million, 5.9 signing bonus, and $13 million guaranteed. So that's 17.9 altogether in just guaranteed money. So he's going to be it'll be hitting the Panthers $6.3 million a year, which really ain't that bad. Derrick Henry, the last year of his contract, he's supposed to get $10.5 million and another $5 million in bonus. How the bonuses and stuff would work out would probably depend on if the Eagles did get him, how they would structure that contract, what was agreed upon in the trade, different things like that. So, but basically you're looking at $10 million a year, and that's $4 million more expensive than Miles would have been. It is what it is. All of this stuff came out of nowhere. Akbar Gbaja-Biamila. He's one of the broadcasters on Ninja Warrior. Him and Derrick Henry have the same agent. That's why people are giving credence, because it's coming from him. But you got to remember, man, 8 days out from the draft now? What is Brian Johnson going to do? How is he going to run this offense? You don't really have to change too much. Our offense was spectacular last year. The way Jalen ran the ball, the RPOs, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, across the board, we were tight. Offensive line was the best in the business, without question. Everybody's talking about Bijan. If he's a possibility, that came out a couple days ago based on some of the things that Howie said at the press conference with him and Nick Sirianni. The people in Philadelphia took that and they ran with that. It's all smoke and mirrors. Howie's never went after running backs like that in the first round. And I don't think this is going to be any different. If we do get King Henry, so now we got Derrick Henry, Rashad Penny, Kenny Gainwell, Boston Scott, Trey Sermons. Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott are the only two out of those that I named that are not considered big backs. King Henry being the biggest at 6'3", 240. Rashad Penny is no small person either. So we got big backs. I think Rashad Penny is a little bit more explosive just from the snap, more so than Derrick Henry is. He can get outside and actually get around people. Derrick Henry's fast enough to run away, but you got to get all that big man momentum going downhill. And that's the thing. You are not going to put Rashad Penny or Derrick Henry in a gun formation and try to run the ball consistently. You can't do it. You would have to bring Gainwell or Boston Scott in to run those type of plays. If you bring them in the game, then you giving up your hand. You tipping what you going to run. So it would be better served if you run a true play action from deep, 60 yards deep, ace formation. You can still run RPOs and good play action with one man deep. I'm interested to see how he's going to incorporate that with all of these new pieces we have on offense. That's just with Rashad Penny. I don't know what they're going to have to do if we get Derrick Henry, because if we get a player like that, you have to use him. And he can't be 7 carries in a game. It's got to be better than that. He's the leading rusher from last year. If he's on our team, we got to feed him the ball. And there really wouldn't be a reason not to with the way our offensive line plays. Derrick Henry running behind our offensive line would be deadly. And the 1-2 combination, the 1-3 combination, Derrick Henry, Rashad Penny, Kenny Gainwell, that would be monstrous. To change up the pace like that with Gainwell, to go through the line, get into a matchup coverage with a linebacker and beat him, that would be phenomenal. They would never know what was coming. And again, we got the offensive line to do that. It all depends on what Brian Johnson's going to do. It would be nice to have those pieces, but I don't think we're going to get Bijan Robinson. I don't believe that for a minute. The Derrick Henry thing, to me, it seems more plausible as something that might be able to happen as a draft day trade. We getting all chummy with Tennessee anyways. We got A.J. Brown. Why not get best running back in the business? I can see how we making that move. And especially if we get him as a sniper for a 1-year deal to make another run. So it'll be interesting to see what we do. We still got some time, but this is when all of the stuff hits the fan. Everybody's throwing out fake stories, smoke and mirrors, because everybody's trying to hide their hand when it comes to the draft. That ain't nothing new. Even though this stuff came out, it gives it credence because they share an agent. But you already know that stuff is leaked. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'll believe it when I see it. When we get breaking news that Derrick Henry's in Philadelphia and he's signing a contract, he's in Howie's office, then I'll believe it. Or if we get that notice on draft day that there's been a deal done, then I'll believe it. But until then, I'm not putting too much stock into it. A few days away from draft day, things are getting crazy, and I think Howie Roseman is putting the Eagles in a prime position to make a move in the draft for that number 10 pick. I think we're going to take the number 10 pick. We'll probably trade away the 30th pick. Or he's going to trade the 10 pick, but he's only going to drop like 1 or 2 spots. So we'll still get that high pick and get the guy that he wants.